Welcome to the Tony the Prophet channel for week 14. Let's get right into the picks. And the first pick I'm taking is Cleveland plus 6.5. What have we learned about Pittsburgh? You take Pittsburgh as a dog. Tomlin has a tremendous record as a dog. I think I gave it to you last week. Top of my head, 61, 34, and 3. But you don't take them as a favorite. 2 weeks ago, they played they played Cleveland as a favorite. The line was 3.5. Albeit it was in a snow game, but they lost outright. And now, 3 weeks later, Cleveland's getting 3 more points. Granted, they're home. That game was in Pittsburgh. But Winston, this guy is amazing. He'll throw picks, but he threw for almost 500 yards last week against the Denver Broncos, who have a very good defense. And he's turned Jerry Jeudy into a has-been, into the next Jerry Rice. He had like over 200 yards in that game. Just amazing. So, can Cleveland win? No. But I think Pittsburgh will win. They're the better team. You can't look at the spreads. Winston killed this team so that they have a bad spread record. Pittsburgh's very good against the spread. I believe they're 9-3. But, let's not look at that. Let's look at the last few weeks. The NFL is a league of what's happening now. And now he could throw some picks, but he's going to keep them in the game. And Pittsburgh last week was in a game 44-38. They gave up 38 points against Cincinnati. Why not against Cleveland? Talking about points, let's look at the over-under. It's 43.5. That's a smell game. These teams should go over it. Okay, Cleveland scored 32 points against that good Denver defense, gave up 41, so they're going to give up points. And then Pittsburgh last week is 44-38, so they give up points. So I like the over too. You want to do a parlay, take Cleveland with the over. You're worried about the 6.5, tease it to 12.5, and that's more than enough to cover. So that's game one. Game two, we're doing an audible. I had Buffalo. I have all my notes on Buffalo minus 3.5. They should kill why am I getting a brain fade here? They should kill the Rams. Sorry about that. But this is a sandwich game. They played San Francisco last week. They played Detroit next week. It's a small game. Why? The line was minus 4. It's down to 3.5. So the money's coming in on the Rams. People know stuff. And I'm going to stay away from it. I already bet I already bet Buffalo, so I do have bets in there, and they should win. But it makes me nervous. They're the better team. All the data's in their favor. 8-4 against the spread. The whole key to the game: Rams give up a ton of yards rushing. I don't even think Allen will have to do anything. It'll be a Cook and a Ray Davis game. So. I'm still saying they win, but we're not making the top 3 because it's making me nervous. So we move on to the next game, New Orleans minus 5 against the hapless Giants. Key to the game, the Giants are 30th against the rush. Okay, they give up 146 yards a game. Hello, Alvin Kamara time. Okay, this guy's going to run for over 100 and have 1 or 2 touchdowns. Taysom Hill is out, but it doesn't matter. You get the run game going. You get play action. Carr's a competent NFL quarterback. He's been around for a decade or so. And MVS is in play. I hate the guy. He's been horrible over the years. He'll kill you in fantasy. He'll have 1 big week, and the rest of the year he'll get you 2 points. So, but he's in play against the Giants. And we're giving up 5 points. It doesn't matter. Giants are 32 in scoring points. They get 15 points a game, and they're just 2 bad teams. Not great against the spread. Giants 3-9, New Orleans 5-7. But Giants 0-6 at home. They can't take the pressure at home. They play better on the road. What little bit that is, it doesn't matter if it's Locke or Cutlets. They're going to turn the ball over. Tracy and Neighbors maybe do something. But at the end of the day, New Orleans the better team. Giants are on Tankathon. I have it New Orleans 27-17. It could be 24-14, 28-16. It's in that ballpark. Giants aren't looking to win. They're looking to go home and play golf. It's a 2-15 team. and you might as well take advantage of it. Next game, I'll give you. I'll give you two. I'll go over the rest of these games. We can kind of get away from the top three. I'm taking the Bears +3. I like that at 3.5. San Francisco gave up last week in the snow against the Bills. I mean, they may come out and fight. Bears are worse on the road. They're much better at home. But no Bosa, no Trent Williams. When you don't have Trent Williams, that whole offense is off. CMC's out. Mason's hurt. Ayuk's been out. Debo's not playing well. Who's going to do anything? Okay? Bears are coming on a little bit with the offense. They have three good receivers to throw to. Caleb Williams, since the coaching change, is playing better. So I'll take the points. They may not win. I would even maybe play the money line, but I'm more comfortable at 3.5. You could pay a juice of 126 minus 126. Take the 3. In the worst case, you push. But it wouldn't surprise me if they went outright. I had it on my other notes book in front of me, but I had them like 23-21 in favor of Frisco. But I think Chicago can win 24-21, 24-17, something like that. And the other game I like is Miami. -5.5. They're home. The Jets are in free fall. Rodgers not playing well. You got Breece Hall out and Sauce Gardner, probably the best two players on offense and defense. That kills them. Jonnu Smith is all world now. Tua is playing better at home. So you got the Jets going down to Miami. It's 5.5. They haven't been scoring much, and Tua's awakened with a passing game. The Jets' D that was really good doesn't seem to be able to stop people in key moments. They're taking penalties. They're turning the ball over. I'm taking Miami to win by more than the 5.5. The other things I like this week, I love the Cincinnati Dallas. I would probably take the 5.5. Cincinnati has been covering, but it wouldn't surprise me. They can win by more than a touchdown. I love the over. It's 49.5, but it doesn't matter. I mean, Cincinnati scoring points with Chase and everybody like a pinball machine. Then you have Dallas, who gets back Ferguson. CeeDee Lamb is probable, so he was questionable, but he's back. Cooper Rush is not the best quarterback, but he can put up yards and score some points. So I would say, Cincinnati wins like 31-27, but they go over. It could be even higher. These defenses are pathetic, and since he can't stop anybody throwing, and Dallas has not been good at home. That worries me, but I don't have to pick a side. I'll go over. And I think Dallas would cover with the 5.5, but how can you trust a team like that? They do have an outside possibility of a playoff berth, as crazy as that sounds, if they run the table, and they have been winning. So, and other than that, I mean, Philly and Carolina, I hate the big spreads. I would take away from that. I like Jacksonville with 3.5 and maybe a push at 3. Tennessee is pathetic the way they played last week. It was, 2 fumble punts, turning the ball over. They gave that game to Washington. It was 28-0 before your seat was warm on the couch. And then Washington put it into cruise control after that. So they're a pathetic team. Believe they're like only covered 2 games. 1 or 2 games, I believe it is, for the year. So, I mean, how can you trust? And then Jacksonville's playing a little bit better with Mac, as crazy as that sounds, over Lawrence. So there it is. Those are the plays for this week. And, oh, by the way, and I love your feedback. I had a suggestion from one of the viewers that said, why go over the MC Hammer picks? If we're not going to play them, we're wasting time. That's right. I tried to keep this short and to the point, keep it under 10 minutes. It's a caffeinated society. Nobody wants to listen to long-winded things. Just get right to the meat of it. Tell you the skinny, and we move on from there. So, MC Hammer picks gone. We don't need no stinking MC Hammer picks. If they're not worth playing, why talk about them? So we give you the meat. We give you the meat sandwich, and we go from there. Thanks a lot for listening. We'll see you next week, and take care.